Hello, hello, isn't this fancy? I've already got the background music playing. Oh. You'll also have to tell me if it's too loud, am I too loud, is anything too quiet? Cause I'll never know. I'll not touch the dials at all. And still it'll somehow be different the next time I stream. This is why I could never be a DJ. Hello. Welcome. We're just killing a little bit of time here, so some people can trickle on in. And then we can start ranking a million billion Pokemon boys. There's so many. I didn't plan out, like, the spacing of the Husbando tier list ranking at all. Because the first one, like, I ranked, like 12 guys. And then, thank you, Lolith! Thank you so much! You haven't been here for a while, too. It's exciting that you're able to catch one of these. But yeah, like, the first one, I ranked, like, 12 guys. Hello, DJ. No, yeah, JD, excuse me. What's up, Doc? Not much. Just talking about how I didn't rank nearly enough boys in the first one of these I did, and so now I've got almost 50 for us to go through today. So, I hope you're all strapped in. You can't only do a handful of boys, you gotta rank them all. Well, I am! That's what we got, what we're doing today. Gotta rank them all, gotta rank them all. Oof. Gotta rank them all, gotta rank them all. Yeah. So yeah. Let's just give me 1 second to text my sister. And let's begin. As I bump every single thing. How's the audio, by the way? Can you hear the background music? It's a pretty quiet song, so don't be afraid to tell me if it's too quiet. Audio's good. Excellent. Cool. So yeah, let's get started. Because like I said, we've got a trillion— hello, Nightfall. We've got a trillion guys to get to today. So let's not waste any time. We're jumping into, I forget the number of the gen. Gen 7? Gen 8? Galar. We're jumping straight into Galar today. Which means that the first one on our list to look at is Milo. And how do you guys feel about Milo? Because Milo has me feeling complicated. Because Gen 8, thank you. I can never remember, like, once you get past Sinnoh, they all bleed. Like, the numbers stop existing in my head. Short King, exactly, that's the thing. Milo's like 4 foot. He's so short. And there's nothing wrong with short kings. The thing is, though, is that I just thought he was so much taller. He's always framed like he's a giant, but he's not. So it weirds me out. This is uncharted territory for you? It's gonna be exciting territory then. Things get wacky here. Lack of nose is a little weird. That's fair. He's the only one who, like, has that kind of aesthetic choice. He'd be so much more hot with an actual face. I don't mind it. Like, I like this, like, cute baby face, but he's also ripped. Like, I think that's a fun, like, aesthetic combination there. Reminds you of a rugby player. They're all wearing this kind of uniform. Galar very much takes inspiration from football. Americans call it soccer, but it's set in Pokemon Britain, so football. So, yeah, they'll all be wearing a uniform like this. Yeah, I like Milo. I like Milo a lot. Hang on, I'm remembering how to— that's the button. Perfect. But I don't think he's perfect in every way. I definitely don't hate Milo, though. He's very nice. He's adorable. I think he slots perfectly into not my husbando, but someone's. Just like last time, we'll be rearranging them, you know, closing ranks at the end of the stream, which will be difficult because I've got a lot less room to work with. Let's hope I don't have like 4 boys in between like Brawley and Wallace to try to finagle over here, you know? He's super condensed is a good way to describe him. Yeah. He's like a black hole. I don't think stereotype gamers here. They're usually the one to do all the guessing for whoever's next. He has first gym leader is pretty boring syndrome. Oh, there you are. Hello. Yeah, I was saying how you're usually the one to guess who's next. Yeah, the first gym leaders, they're always, it's tough to do a good first gym leader. I think Milo's pretty swell though. And next up we got Kabu. Good old Kabu. I think he's super fly. He's the fire type gym leader, of course. I mean, look at him. Look at all that red. He's another old king, but definitely not too old, you know? Kabu's also really cool because I like how the art does not do him justice. I do think he looks better in-game, and he's like one of the only ones. I usually really like the Kensuga Moria art. Kabu, definitely, this is not quite doing it for him, but he's adorable because he's just like really nice. I like how he and the others like cheer you on when you get his badge and like kind of it, like encourages you to keep going. I like that a lot. Kabu's a high-ranking husbando, I think. Critter does adore Kabu. Yeah. I mean, with good reason. He's swell, and a part of me thought about grabbing the picture of him when he's younger, which you can get during post-game, I believe. But quite frankly, I didn't feel like he needed it. He's still a real swell guy, even in his golden years, as we'll call it. I'll slop him into perfect in every way. I don't think he'll be ranking too high into the tier. Like, he's not gonna get up past Grimsley by any means. But Kabu's a delight. Absolutely love Kabu. Drayden energy? Calm Drayden energy. Drayden feels like he could, like, snap. Kabu feels like he's at an age and a level of wisdom where he doesn't need to yell anymore. Does anyone know who's next? I won't give you a ton of time to guess, because again, we've got 1 trillion boys. It is the goth boy. A goth boy who is exactly that. A boy. This is Alistair. Alistair is the ghost type gym leader. He only appears in shield version. He's like 7. So he's gonna be going into too young. He's very cool. I love Alistair as a character. A really cool gimmick. I love the mask. Quite frankly, the only thing I don't like about Alistair is that, hello Green Machine, welcome. You've only missed 2, so you're good timing. That is a court case. No, yeah, what I'm saying is, I think Alistair's super fun. I really like the character. He's way more interesting than B. B is the one that you fight in sword instead. The only thing that I don't like about Alistair is that his main Pokemon is not Yamask. Like, his ace, the one that he Dynamaxes, is Gengar. And that's stupid. Like, he does have a Yamask, but, like, let that be his strong Pokemon, because, come on, you gave him a mask and everything. The Beastland. B is really cool. The biggest problem for her is that she's the exact same thing we've gotten, like, 2 or 3 times already, in terms of fighting type female gym leaders. She's exactly like Maylene, she's exactly like Karina. They are all spunky little girls who kick your ass. She's suffering from just being the same thing again. Bench Gengar, bench Kanto, exactly. Next up, this is difficult because we're going in a wacky order. Because the next gym is the fairy type gym, and in post-game, there's gonna be spoilers for Sword and Shield in case you care. So get out now. There'll also be minor spoilers for Arceus Legends in a little bit too, so be aware. Okay, that was your warning. Okay, Bede becomes the leader for the fairy type gym. He's also your rival in the game. So yeah, Bede. And at least Karina had Mega, exactly. I'm gonna be honest, Bede is fine. Looks cringe. That's kind of the point. He's a real asshole, and I really like that, actually. I like that they finally gave us a rival that was, like, hateable again. I'm so tired of all these best friends. You know what I'm saying? Bede is a child. We're kind of rolling similar with Faulkner down here. Hang on, let me shrink Bede down and use him to point. Kind of like Faulkner right here, pointing with Bede's head. We're kind of treating rivals and these other younger presenting leaders, the ones that aren't clearly too young, like Bugsy or Alistair down here. We're kind of treating it like as if they're illegal, basically. I'm in my 20s, alright? So there's a reason why I have so many grandfathers in my perfect in every way tier, alright? Yeah, most of these boys would be too young. So we're kind of just stretching our imagination here. But Bede is kind of boring. So I really like him as a rival. He's a cool character. And I don't even hate the design, honestly. But he's not a husband. He's not a husband by any means. He's an excellent rival. A perfect rival. Critter is here! Critter, I put Kabu in perfect in every way. So, there you go. Cause in this house, we love Kabu. Bede's tough, cause he's not trash. He's not trash. Maybe, I think I'm gonna go with good character Garbo design. The outfit could definitely be better. And I do really like the character, but just not a husband. Can anyone remember who's next? The next one's very forgettable. How is there no cringe tier after 2 streams? That's basically what trash is. Trash is all those negative words. It is Gordy! I hate Gordy. What a boring fucking character. And like he's got this thing where he's like all the ladies love him, and I'm like, he's nothing. He's nothing. Gordy blows. He's so boring. His mom, this is the thing, Sword gets fucking shafted, cause Sword, we're stuck with the same fighting type gym leader we've gotten 2 times already, and then Gordy. Well, Shield gets Alistair, and then, what's her name, Melanie? Gordy's mom, the MILF that everyone loves. And I get it. I get why they love her. Look at her. Gordy, boring, stupid, bad. I don't like Gordy. His character isn't even anything special. He has all the same personality as the rocks he uses in battle. Gordy's trash. The best thing about Gordy is that his mom is hot. Exactly! It'd be swell if, like, we had gotten something where we get to have, like, Gordy and Melanie interacting. Maybe to help boost his character, you know? But, as it is, Gordy's nothing. He really hammers home how rock types can be subpar or super useless in late game. Combat-wise, he's not that bad, but character-wise, bad. The rough part is that you almost are gonna have something good against rock. Almost everyone gets a water type, so yeah, that's big rough stuff, so you're not wrong. Rock does really fumble in the late game. They really said sword will sell because the dog and shield will sell because the gym leaders. Really though, you're not even wrong. Zacian, way cooler than Zamazenta. But that's okay, because next up is Pierce. My favorite. I love Pierce. Pierce is perfect. Pierce is everything. Pierce is good in every way. No one can beat Pierce. I love the hair. I love the pink. I love the heavy eyeshadow and eye bags. I love the shoes. Look at these shoes. They're so complex. He is also funny. Handsome, funny, talented, perfect. Exactly. Pierce rules. And he's so interesting as a character too, cause he's like, yeah, he lives in the poorer like town, and he can't Dynamax his Pokemon, and also he helps you solve the mystery near the end of the game, and you're just running around with your good buddy Pierce. No fooling, I'm not even gonna play around. Pierce is gonna go above. He's number one. Pierce is gonna be over here. You all know that this tier is perfect in every way by this point. Pierce is number one. He's perfect. No one can beat Pierce, I don't think. Maybe one. There may be one character who can rival him. We'll get to them later, though. I think she might like Pierce. Allison, thank you. But next is another really great character. A really swell character is right up next. It's Raihan. Raihan is so cool. He's so much cooler than I'll ever be. Critter, how in the motherfuck do you truly think you could call him ugly? If you truly believe that, you're stupid. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Is it just his hair? Do you not like his hair? He's so athletic. He's so tall. He's like 7 foot something. He's also so well dressed. In a world where everyone's wearing the same boring, dumb uniform, Raihan is the only one who's like, nah, hoodie. I'm wearing my hoodie. Sleepy eyes, that's a positive. Ugly hair, incorrect. His whole outfit looks dumb. This is what you wear. This is how you dress. The Husbando streams are best entirely for fights between sisters. Well, Critter might, in her own tier, weirdly, put fucking Silent down there in perfect in every way. And Raihan in trash. But I'm in charge. I make the rules. I also think Raihan's character gimmick of, like, taking selfies, that's really cute. I think it's super adorable. You may be wrong, Critter. But your opinions are still valid. No, you can't call me out like this. His hair looks like dumb spikes. So does Pierce! So does Blue, so does Steven, so does Surge, so does Kiawe, so does Brawly. All of their hair is dumb spikes, except for Flint! That's how he draws hair! So, are we counting the champion cups as equivalent to E4? I have no idea what you just said. I can't. I'm sorry, Stereotype Gamer. You spoke a language I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the hair is supposed to kind of look like dragon spines, which is neat. Next up is Avery. Avery was in, I think it was DLC, wasn't it? Yeah, Isle of Armor DLC. Shield got Avery, which is the one place where Sword wins in terms of characters, because the Poison Girl was way more interesting. I don't hate Avery by any means. I think he's hilarious, honestly. Who was that? Well, you guys are fake Pokemon fans. He was in the DLC. He acted as a rival for you while you're running around the DLC area. Yeah, and he's training to become the psychic, a psychic type gym leader. This is what the psychic uniform looks like. Psychic really got shafted because this is hideous. He added the cravat though, and top hat. Man, you want to beat him up affectionately? I do feel that. He has no Slowking, and that makes you sad. No, but he does have the Galar form variant of Slowbro or Slowking, one of them. Yeah. The hat is so dumb. I kind of think it's hilarious, and that's the biggest thing that Avery's got going for him, honestly. His character is so stupid. Like, he's a clown. He's so over the top. He's hilarious, honestly. And with the hat, like, he's really haughty and full of himself. But he's also, like, a total loser. So, I think he goes right here into good character Garbo design. Because the design is pretty weak, let's be real. But, yeah. I think Avery, honestly, the biggest thing is his, him being psychic type is the weakest element about him, but also one of the more interesting. Every other psychic type gym leader is, like, really mythical and ethereal feeling, and Avery's just a kid who can do magic tricks. I feel like we're really glossing over the fact that there are literal psychics in Pokemon. Homie, Pokemon came out, like, 25 years ago, and Sabrina was in Gen 1. This is not new news. This is old news. If you're surprised by this, then you haven't played a second of any Pokemon game. Next up is another sneaky surprise one that I'm sure no one's gonna be able to guess. I'll give you all a second to see if you can guess it. It's another DLC character. I know you'll probably say no to this Twiins, but you should add the leaders of the Battle Frontier. I am gonna say no, because it's too late. I do not have their PNGs. And I'm not adding any more, because I actually got to a perfect 100. I have 100 total Husbandos for us, for this list. Peony, Mustard, great guesses! It is Mustard who's next. He used to be a fighting type gym leader. He trains you in the, Crown Tundra stuff, or Isle of Armor, one of those. He's also voiced by Sungwon, who you all might know better as Prosy D. Isn't that interesting? I think Mustard is a character. He certainly does exist. He's, like, fine. He's okay, but, I mean, I'm also not gonna waste too much time on Mustard when, he does go into too old. Pretty sure he's also married anyway, so... Yeah, Mustard can just go into the too old category. Didn't play the DLC? That's alright. I'm not spoiling any story stuff here. You liked Honey way better, honestly? That was his wife, right? I didn't play enough. I didn't play Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra nearly enough, honestly. I should do it again. But yeah, next up is Peony. A character who I cared so little about that when I saved his PNG, I spelt it with an extra P in the middle and didn't care. So I haven't actually done any of the Crown Tundra stuff. I don't know anything about Peony. Any good things about his character? Any interesting tidbits about this generic looking NPC man. He's dumb and cute and you like him? He's a rock type specialist or something? Oh, is he? Yeah, I think so. Something like that. He's another one that used to be a gym leader. He's a stupid. Much hotter than his brother. Don't know who his brother is. He does look basic. A protective dad. That's nice, that's nice. Steel. Okay, okay. He's Rose's brother. Whoa! Fascinating. Wow! See, that cranked it up. That really pulled him up. Being related to Rose, that's fascinating. That's really interesting. But he does look boring as sin. So, Peony. Oh, that makes sense then, with his name being Peony. Steel is a steel type user. I'm gonna put him into good character Garbo design, because the design is so weak. It's fitting, you know, like he's in a tundra, he looks warm, he's bundled up properly. Very interesting character. You guys did a great job. did a great job of establishing why I should be interested in the character. But honestly, put him in a suit like Rose and bada bing bada boom. He would have racketed up. We just need some peony and an alt outfit artwork. Really. Alright, and now finally, actually, we can get to Leon, the champion. I like Leon a lot. He's got purple hair. That's so much fun. Yeah, I'm annoyed that his main is Charizard. Ew, Lolith. You baffle me. How is Leon any worse than Steven? Garbo design? You guys are loons. I can't believe this. This is like you all shitting on Sydney over here. I truly can't understand why you don't like. Steven is hotter? How? Steven doesn't have long pretty hair. Steven doesn't have cool facial hair. Steven doesn't have a cape. I love capes. Capes are so cool. You love Leon but he has horrible fashion. Why does everyone say you don't like his fashion? What's wrong with his fashion? Because the colors rock. Absolutely love the color usage on him. They've incorporated the sword and shield design onto his shirt in a way that isn't like goofy looking. He's wearing tights under shorts. Have none of you ever looked at football players? He's wearing a uniform. Like a football uniform. All the reds on him are different shades. He only has 2 reds on him. So I guess technically, yeah, all. I love Twiins looks at football players. I don't get the joke, but I appreciate it. I think Leon rules. I think you guys are loons. Like, I'm willing to accept that I might be the only person on Earth who likes Sydney. Because no one else has good taste. But all of you trying to say Leon is ugly, like, no way. Perfect in every way. Leon's an absolute delight. He always talks about how he's champion and his Charizard. Yeah, news flash. Pokemon has bad writing. The characters are pretty weak. More at 11. Like, we have to be a little forgiving. Pokemon's never had deep characters. Some of these are great. Others are like, I like dark. I am police officer and like cats. I am psychic. I read book. I am psychic, I don't read book, you know? Yeah, Leon is great, and I better get over it, because Leon's gonna be rocketing up here. Probably above Surge and Drayden. Yeah, I'm blown away you guys don't like him. Next up is Arceus Legends. Does anyone know who would be first for Arceus Legends? Figured he was too young for you, Twiins. Okay, stereotype gamer. Hilarious joke. Very funny, tee hee hee. But, like, come on. You can do a little bit better than that. When I've got fucking Morty imperfect in every way. It's Leon, by the way, since nobody answered the question. Kamado? No, we're not starting with Kamado. It's Leon. And he's gonna be going into too young. Leon's interesting, so a lot of the characters, theoretically, the characters. Does he count? If not, yeah, we will be seeing Kamado. Don't worry. Leon, seems to be related to Clay, somehow. Because, Arceus Legends takes place in the past. So yeah, pretty neato. Too young, because he's like 10, but, you know, a cool character, for sure. I like how I actually just watched a video about the ancestry kind of situation with Arceus Legends, and trying to figure out who everyone is related to, you know what I'm saying? You are only a little bit late to the husbands. You did miss Gen 8, unfortunately. Major elements include Pierce being top tier, including Leon, Raihan, and Kabu. Also, everyone in chat saying Leon was ugly because they're wrong. Next up is Iskin. Iskin? A swell guy. A real sweetie pie, honestly. I really like how he's like nervous, but that's not like his only thing, you know? Like so much of characters who are like, "Oh, I'm scared." They're like tiny and like that's all they do. Ice Kid's really interesting though, cuz like he's clearly capable. I think he's really swell. He's just a little shy. He's vibing, he's chilling. He is. And Critter, I really think she nailed it. Not my husbando, but someone's, for sure. Especially since he's, like, dating one of the girls from the rival team. And so that's sweet. That's adorable. I love their relationship. They're some of the ones who get a lot of really interesting characterization because of that. And yeah, I think he's a swell guy. Absolutely love Iskin. I may not be able to say his name properly, but I think he's a great character. Oh, are you all ready? Don't worry, Jordan, that's alright. Are you all ready for every single person to have a hot take about the next character? 'Cause it's gonna happen. It's Melly. Please feel free to share your thoughts. I've switched over to a new song. Feel free to tell me if that's too quiet or too loud. He's fine. I love. He looks nice. Love the hair. Fuck him. Perfection. Man, fuck this dude. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I expected. So, Melly is a very pretty man. He's so pretty. He's gorgeous. I love the hair. I love the design. The beanie is ludicrous and also perfect. He's great. He looks great. But also, what an asshole. I hate this guy. And he's so fucking rude. He's such a jerk. Like, he goes over the edge from being a playfully, like, tsundere, sassy guy to just being an asshole. So, no. No to Melly for me. He's possibly related to Lucian. Maybe? This was the one that the person who I watched their video was like, the most like, who are you related to? He uses Jupiter's Pokemon. Like the Team Galactic person. He uses her team, but he doesn't look anything like her. And he's got hair kind of similar to like 7 different characters. So... Allison, me hitting him with my handbag. Why are you so rude? So, yeah. Melly, how's the music, by the way? Is it too loud? This song's a lot louder than the previous one was. Melly looks amazing. He looks great. He truly does. I can't take that from him. But, what a jerk. Trying to figure out the best way to crop his giant beanie. So, he's not trash, though. I can't justify putting him in trash. But, good design Garbo character is where he belongs. 'Cause, good lord. What an asshole. Honestly, the Jupiter thing might be a coincidence. In a game where everything is so clearly planned out, it wouldn't be a coincidence to just give him the same exact lineup as an admin for an evil team, you know? But it is just weird that he doesn't look anything like Jupiter. So, that's the thing. He's weird, he's wacky, and he's also just too rude. Fix your two, dude. You're not as endearing and interesting as you think you are. Manifesting DLC to make Melly better. Yeah, for real. Also, it'd be great if we got more characters, because theoretically we could get, like, someone who does resemble Jupiter more, who, like... It's still too loud? Okay, jeez. Hang on, give me a sec. There you go. Turned it way down for you. There's someone who looks like Jupiter in the game, actually? Who? Too quiet. Alright. Wolfie, please answer me. Who looks like Jupiter in the game? I wanna know. It has. It's gotten humongous. I've got 100 total husbandos. We're over the halfway mark. They're just a Galaxy team person, but they do exist. Please feel free to tweet at me, like a picture of them. 'Cause that'd be swell. That'd be really swell. 'Cause this has been plaguing me since the game came out. Is it that red-haired girl who cuts hair? She looks just like Mars, with some like, you could see a little bit of Silver maybe, like Silver's hair in her, but she's basically just Mars. Anyway, while we figure that out, time for a fascinating one. Are you all ready for this one? It's Ingo. Ingo makes me feel complicated. Oh, you think you got Mars and Jupiter mixed up? That's alright. It happens. So, Ingo is also from the future. He comes from the same timeline as you. And it makes me sad. Because he's got a twin. He's got a twin, Emmett. And Emmett is not in the past. And you can't split up the twins. That's so... It hurts. It hurts so bad. And honestly, Ingo being here made me think that the game would be giving him like a space-time train to conduct to get you back to your proper timeline, honestly. But yeah, I'm just so disappointed that he's separated from his twin. That's so fucked up. But also, yeah, I've got other bad news about Ingo. It's because Pokemon released a picture of Ingo without his hat. 'Cause I see this, and I'm like, an attractive man. I'd smash. And then you see him without that. Oh, no. They did Ingo. They did him so dirty. Like, bald can be beautiful, but this, he's not doing it. He's just styled his hair so poorly. There's more to a man than just his hairline. But this is a major hairline. It hurts so bad. I would rather he was just, like shaved. Like, he had just a bald head, but still had his cool sideburns. As opposed to this awful receding hairline. See, I like the sideburns. I think the sideburns are really fun and cool. But... oh no. So we'll just hide. I labeled this, by the way. I named this image. I named it Ingo Sad. Hey, thank you, Lolith. That boy's hairline going to the shadow realm, for real though. Oh, he's just wearing it wrong. Oh, what a shame. But anyway, so it makes it really difficult to figure out where to put Ingo. I don't think I could put him in trash, because with the hat on, he looks great, you know? I just don't know where else to put him. He's not perfect in every way, unfortunately. You know what? I do still like Ingo a lot. I think Ingo is a cool character. Putting him into Arceus Legends fleshed him out a lot. So, yeah, we'll just... oh, ew. I realized Iskin's, like, bleeding out of the tear area. Alright, now that my OCD is satiated. Yeah, let's slap Ingo right next to him, because I think he's swell, but just maybe not for me. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Someone else's husbando, yeah. How old even are they? I don't know. With the hat, they read as late 30s to mid 40s. Without the hat, it reads as 50s to 60s, you know what I'm saying? So it's rough. Big rough. But that's okay. It gets better from here. Cause next is Gayrick. Wow. What a king. Wow. Guys, look at him. He hangs out in the snowy area like this. So cool. He's also, related to Wulfric, right here. Isn't that neato? I think Gayrick's so cool. Trying so hard to find a picture of Jupiter's ancestor and praying I didn't just manifest them in my head. I believe in you, Wolfie. If you have to take a picture of, like, your game screen, you know, then even that'll work. Because you said it with such confidence that it was like, I have to believe them. Wulfric and possibly Wake, maybe Wake. I think people are just getting a Wake vibe from, like, the kind of general color palette and aesthetic, but honestly, he doesn't really strike me as Wake-ish, personally, but I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. But yeah, I think he's great. He's super cool. And he even survives the very difficult task of being a very late game character. So often late game gyms, this honestly happens to Wulfric, late game gyms, like, are really tough to remember, because you find them so, like, late in the game, you don't have to spend a lot of time with them, so, yeah, but he survives that, especially in a game structured like Arceus Legends, where, like, the wardens aren't even that important. Exactly, yeah, late game characters have it tough because they gotta make an impression super late. Exactly. Everyone knows about, like, Brock and Misty and Lieutenant Surge because they're the first 3 gyms. But once you get to Koga and Sabrina, it gets harder to be like, you remember them if you struggled against them. The ones who are easy are like, Boomerang Honkshu, you know? But next up is Adaman. He's the leader of the Diamond Clan. I don't think Adaman is like an ancestor to any particular character. I think he was just designed to resemble Dialga, personally. But I think he looks super cool. He's way better than the Pearl leader. Irida, she was so boring. He's got so much character. Why is one arm bandaged? What a cool guy. Look at that cool necklace he's got. Fashion forward. He's also got really cool shoes. They're kind of tough to tell, but like they're like kind of heeled. It's really neat. And I love the hair. Adaman's really fascinating. He's got the multicolored hair like Gordy? Yeah, I guess. But Kiawe also has multicolored hair, like, you know? And so does Alder. So it's not... It's hard. He's a really hard one to try to, like, pin down as an ancestor. It's why I think him and Irida are just made to resemble the respective legendaries. The worst part about Adaman is the in-game model makes his hair look goofy as hell. See, I didn't mind it. I thought it looked just fine in-game as well. People say Sycamore? Yeah, I don't know, it feels like a stretch. It kind of feels like people just connecting two pretty boys. Yeah. Yeah, I just agree that I think he's just Diamond. He's just Dialga. But he's very cool. Not only is he a cool looking character, but Arceus Legends, honestly, does get to really flex itself. Like, it's not the greatest story on Earth. But Adaman gets a lot of screen time, so he gets to play a pretty interesting role in the plot as well. Kind of like Pierce, how you run around solving the mystery with Pierce. Adaman gets to do a similar thing. Irida resembles May. See, I think the thing is, I think Irida kind of just resembles a handful of similar looking cute girls. Like, she kind of looks like May, and also kind of Misty, and also kind of the Serena from X and Y, like the player character for that one. And I think they just have a consistent kind of vibe for cute girls with sandy blonde hair, you know? It's rough. It's rough because it's like, what's intentional and what's just a happenstance, you know? For a hot second you were like, is she Barry? But no. Yeah. That would have been interesting, though. It's bananas that Barry doesn't show up in the game. Next up, we got Volo. Volo's a really fascinating character, because he's another one that gets to, like, really play an important part in the plot. And he's also clearly referencing, Cynthia, the Sinnoh champion. Critter says trash, just like how her opinion is. I think the shopkeep uniform is really different and interesting. And I think Volo's character is really interesting as well. He's very similar to Cynthia in that, Critter get new eyes. Yeah, like they both are kind of pensive, contemplative. You know, him and Cynthia are pretty similar in terms of character. And I liked Cynthia's character a lot. And I like Volo's character a lot too. Music is still awesome, even if it's a remix of Cynthia's. Cynthia's music was also pretty awesome, so that makes sense. But yeah, I think Volo's really cool. I liked him a lot. Definitely not like... He didn't end up leaving as big of an impact as Adaman. I know he does more in the post-game. I just haven't gotten to the post-game, because I've been trying to complete the Pokedex. So I'm sure after that, his character gets bolstered a lot more. But yeah. I think it's really cool. And now for the last one from Arceus Legends. Correct, it's Kamado. Kamado is fascinating for me because, so he's clearly resembling Professor Rowan. And I've never really had any extreme opinions about Professor Rowan. Rowan is just intimidating oak in my eyes. And Kamado was nothing special when I first saw him either. And then very suddenly, inexplicably, I fell in love. I don't know how. I don't know why. Nothing prompted it. I just did. And I was like, why? Why, Brant? It was before the armor. That's the thing. It's something about his character. The way how he, like, I don't know. He's such a leader. That was the thing. Twiins might say she's accidentally in love. That's a great song, honestly. Love that song. But I think I gotta put him into perfect in every way. But perhaps you guys could help me figure out what exactly it is that makes him perfect. Was it when he broke character and started screaming? No, it was very early on, actually. It's, you hang out with him. Wait, you put Gordy in trash? Yeah, because he's super boring and I hate him. No, yeah, it was really early on, actually. You, like, hang out with him at a beach, and he's like, we landed on this beach. Something interesting plot stuff. And I was like, I'm in love with you. It was that thing, it was kind of like when I just fell in love with Donnie in, Fire Emblem. Like, it just happened. Men will never be able to understand how women think, because women don't even understand how women think. It's the overwhelming confidence, incredibly possible. So yeah, I'm gonna, also his kimono is really cool. Look at how cool that kimono is. What is that on it? A fascinating design I'll have to explore later. Fire Emblem tier list? Maybe. I don't know. Part of me's like, that's too many people, but I've got 100 Pokemon characters, on my screen right now, so... Clearly, quantity isn't a problem for me. It's a Golduck? It is a Golduck! I expected, like, a legendary. Fuck, I'm running out of room! I'm gonna have to make the tier list bigger again. I've got so many more boys! Adamant looks so much dreamier with each passing second. He does have that effect on people. Anybody that wears a coat on their shoulders without the sleeves is a wonderful person. Theoretically. Unless if they do like some jumping around and stuff, because then you just look foolish. We're going into the professors next. And I'm not gonna make you guess, because you all know. You will all know who's first. It's Professor Oak. This is his design from... Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. Not sure why I picked this one. None of them really stood out to me. This one was the least stupid, because so often he's got, like, fucking pink slippers. Why he's so small. Yeah, it's because it's from Pokemon Let's Go. They're all kind of chibiified, and... Yeah, I didn't hate it. Samuel Oak is very interesting, because he gets fleshed out a lot in the anime, specifically in the 4th movie, where we get to see him as a younger boy. I also love the implied relationship he has with Agatha, both in terms of a rivalry, and maybe as something to ship, if you're into that. It's up to you. Too old but lovable? Honestly, it's true. I absolutely love Oak. He's not a husband, but he's a great character. The only thing you remember from Oak is that he's Gary's grandpa, and he used to be a wrestler in the manga. He did! Well, maybe, kind of. He dressed up as one for the, ending tournament as a disguise. Fascinating disguise. A wrestler. And I like how that ended up coming back around with, Kukui? Is that how you pronounce his name? We'll get to him later. But yeah, too old. But even honestly, as a younger man, he would be in Not My Husbando. But currently, he's just a little too old. I still love Oak, though. He's swell. Elm is next. Elm is so boring. What a loser. He doesn't even, like, introduce his own game. He's so, like, just a boring little dork man I want to push over. And not even in, like, a weirdly, apathetically lovable way, like how Mulaney was over here. Elm's just just a fucking loser. A nerd. I think he's got a wife and a daughter. The most interesting thing about Elm is that he studies Pokemon breeding. That's it. That's the most fascinating thing. He looks boring, like a kid you want to shove in a locker. For real, though. Well, Togepi, but that's kind of it. Gen 2 introduced Pokemon breeding, and that's how they kind of establish it, is via Elm. Elm is studying Pokemon breeding, and that's how you do end up with an egg, which is a Togepi egg. But broadly, he is studying Pokemon breeding in general. A total weeb loser boy. He definitely reeks of how do we do a professor again without just doing Oak again? You know? He's not trash. Yeah, we'll put him in trash. I was like, he's not trash. But then none of the other slots felt right. 'Cause, I mean, I guess he could go into Not My Husbando. No, he's trash. Sorry, Elk. Elk. I just mixed his and Oak's name together. Yeah, she is? Yeah, who is? Are y'all talking about me? I was ranting about Elm. Rip Silver achieving our bully Elm dreams. Needs a forgettable in every way tier. Trash does that just fine. Listen, my heads are already so tiny, I couldn't keep adding more tier list options, you know? We never talk about you twins, don't be silly. You're right, might be. I shouldn't have assumed. Miss the spacebar, I see. Next up is Birch. Birch is fascinating. Because you have to save him at the beginning of the game. I do like his, like, enthusiasm. I like how spunky he is. He's always running around in the field. You always bump into him while you're on your adventure. This is also, I don't know, he's just hilarious. I think he's just a funny guy. He reminds me so much of, holy shit, he reminds me of a coworker I used to have. I just realized that. But yeah, a fascinating character. Not a husband. Let's make that clear. But I think he's really interesting and really funny. He is very huggable as well, yeah. You would ask out this man for coffee, not gonna lie. There's a fantastic piece of fan art with him wrestling for alligator. I was actually just thinking about that. They are cheating, though. They definitely, warp this, blorpy dad bod into something a little bit more muscular. And you know what? Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with blorpy dad bods. But personally, I definitely lean towards more muscular. He does already have a wife. Yeah, which is another thing. Everyone knows bros before hoes, sisters before misters. I ain't into stealing no mans. I've got plenty to pick from. So yeah, I think he's great. Really lovable. I wouldn't smash him, but I understand why others would. If you were to cast Birch in a live action, you would want Jack Black to play him. That is the truest thing I've ever read in my life. Correct. Twins, we all know you'd steal the man if you loved him enough. Stereotype gamer, I know you're making a joke, but real talk, that's incredibly rude. Next up is Rowan. Rowan's fascinating, because while I fell in love with Commodore, Rowan, I still have zero opinions about him. Fair enough, I retract. Thank you. That's okay. Don't worry, I'm not mad about it. It's just not an okay joke. Yeah, Rowan, I feel nothing. Zero things for Rowan. He's still just intimidating Oak. I have no opinions on Rowan. Do any of you? Do any of you think he's the perfect in every way and have an argument for Rowan? Too old. Rowan always just blends in your mind. Yeah, it doesn't help. I feel like he doesn't do anything all that special. And especially after having such like a standout character as Birch. You know? Birch was really different. And then we just go back to an old man. The most interesting thing about Rowan is that his jacket is brown. He's a plot device and he's fine. Yeah. He sure does exist. Nightfall. Yeah, honestly, that's the closest thing you got right there. He exists, I guess. Commodore's the best thing that's ever happened to Rowan, honestly. Oh good, my music ended. I'll switch that out for something else. I was getting bored of Brodenberg. Yeah, I think I'll plop him into Too Old. He's just got nothing else going on. I ain't being late to his lecture, he'll call me out and cry. For real. That he does have that kind of energy, doesn't he? Let's go with this one. Let me know again if the volume is too loud, too loud, too quiet, too anything. It is Sycamore. Yeah, let's blaze through Rowan. Cause who cares? Cause next up is Sycamore. Our perfect man. I love Sycamore so much. He's amazing. He's beautiful. He's like bad at Pokemon battling. He's not even good at being a professor. He's like beautiful and incompetent. and what a fun combination. There's the time where you're having like lunch with him and Lysander has a whole monologue about how much he thinks he should just do a worldwide genocide. And then Sycamore's like, wow, that was so interesting. You're such a fun character, Lysander. And it's like, you're so dumb. He got the job because he's hot. Thank you again, Lawless. What a sweetie pie. Yeah, Sycamore is great. I don't think a single person on Earth could say that there's like any downsides to Sycamore. He gets kidnapped by Team Rocket, or I think you might mean Team Flare. Either of them so often. That's true. He does get kidnapped all the time. His socks don't match. His socks don't match the rest of his outfit. It is the beginning of the month. It's also Magical Girl May. Isn't that exciting? You have no thoughts for him. Lawless, you befuddle me. Cause you've like told me your top 10 husbands, and those are, or top 5 or so, and it's like, those are nice picks. But then also you feel nothing towards other, also nice picks. You're fascinating to me, Lawless. How's he alive? He's so stupid. He's stupid, but like, I like to headcanon that he's only useful when it comes to like, homely things. Like, man, he knows how to cook. He knows his way around a kitchen better than I ever would. Science? No. But cooking? Absolutely. You like his shirt sweater thing? Pretty sure it's just a button-up shirt. Let's make him big really quick. Yeah, I think it's just a button-up shirt, and that is like with the sleeves rolled up. It is very good. So let me squish him back down now. Hoya! Excellent. Bro really looked at himself in the mirror and was like, nice, you can't see my socks, but he didn't check any angles other than front. Brock has 2 perfect girls. How many perfect husbandos does Twiins have? A lot, and probably more as we continue going forward. Because yeah, next is Kukui. Kukui? Is it Kukui? Is that how you pronounce it? Because I remember reading it as like, Kukui. And I think that's wrong. Did you deliberately skip Cedric Juniper? Yeah, because I don't know who that is. If that's Juniper's dad, then I don't care. When I looked up Pokemon professors on Bulbapedia, and he was not on that list. So, yep, he got skipped. Still have no idea how to file your taxes? Uh-oh. There's lots of websites that you can go to. So, you can find out that way. Everyone agrees that Kukui is hot. I'm looking at Chad, and you're all fawning over him. Which I 1000% understand. I agree with. 10 out of 10. He's great. Cedric gives you a fishing rod? That's fine. Exactly, Jordan got it. He's perfect husbando material. If he was single, he'd be going into perfect in every way. But he's married. He's married to Professor Bennett. And that's so fucking cute! And they do it in the anime too. It was good in the anime. So, yeah, not my husbando, but a husbando for Professor Bennett. And I respect their relationship. He's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. Like I said, if he were single, I'd be snatching this boy up faster than a fat kid snatches up Twinkies. But he's married. He's married and I don't want to prick them up because they're in love. But not in game? Yeah, he does. Yeah, you meet Professor Bennett in game. And then he's like, this is my wife, Professor Bennett. Love that analogy. It's my favorite kind of analogy. Is like a fat kid blanks Twinkies. Ash was excited, it was the sweetest. Yeah, honestly, the anime is really, really put in the work to start bolstering Ash's character. Finally, after 25 years. Does anyone know who's next, by the way? Who's the next professor? No, the wedding doesn't occur in game because they're already married, yeah. The anime presents it, as a different story. Not at all the Arceus guy. You spelled Arceus in the wackiest way possible, but I got there. But yeah, it's Professor Laventon, who might be related to Leon and Hop. People think that might be a thing. Is that his name? Yeah, yeah. Well, Laventon, you were close. A total loser. It's also weird that he's like friends with you and the other kid, because it's like, I don't know, we're like 14 and he's a grown-ass adult. Like, I'm not calling him like a creep or anything. I'm calling him a loser. Like, he just doesn't have any other friends. I think he's interesting as a character. A very interesting type of character. I think the way how he's like presented as Galarian is very neat. He's like 1/3 the reason why you never finished Arceus. Hated hanging out with him. That's fair. Only losers have intergenerational relationships. Only to that extent, where it's like, I'm just a swell fella, and my only friends are 14-year-old children. It's not creepy. It's not creepy in any way. I just don't have any other friends. And it's like, okay. So yeah, I think he's actually a really interesting character, despite me just shitting on him right now. I'm gonna put him into good character garbo design, because I think he's really neat, honestly. Maybe not husbando material, but the biggest thing is I just don't like his design. I think the hat's kind of dumb. Don't hate him. But he also sucks if you get- I do! You worded it perfectly. I don't hate him, but he does suck. No bad character. I think the character's interesting. I mean, it's not that deep. Honestly, in the world of Pokemon professors, he has a lot going on. He's one of the most interesting professors. But he looks kind of, looks kind of lame. Laventon isn't bald, but Ingo is, probably. Just bland, exactly. Homie just needs to add some spices. We're on to the villains next. Does everyone know who the first villain was gonna be then? You'll never be able to guess it. I'm watching you all fight about the bald. We did already do Giovanni, so who would be next? It has to be Archer! Excellent job! I assumed everyone would jump straight to Archie. But you got it. You remembered Archer. The least memorable character in all of the evil Pokemon teams. Let's do Giovanni again and bully him more. Real talk, I almost forgot that I'd already done Giovanni. I was almost gonna put him into my tier again. Who? So Archer's in charge of Pokemon in Team Rocket during Johto, during Gold and Silver, where Giovanni is in hiding. Archer takes over, and he's so boring. Like, and I think the biggest thing is you fight him once. We are gonna be doing admins, yes. Yeah, you fight him once, and that's the biggest thing, because you fought Giovanni down here, like 3 times. He was a reoccurring bad guy. Archer? Nothing. He doesn't even look like anything. He looks like a generic, like, villain. This looks like an NPC, you know? Like, if a grunt was going to a wedding. Like, a Team Rocket grunt was going to a wedding. No, we are gonna be doing the admins, Wolfie. Yeah, Proton and Petrol are way more interesting, yeah. Archer's just nothing. Archer has nothing going for him. I can never even remember what he even looks like. He doesn't even have a character. His character is just, I want Team Rocket to come back. I liked Giovanni. And that's it. He's just so dumb, so boring. Total loser. No one likes Archer. Gonna study Twiins' top tier husbandos and design one that fits her taste. That'd be fascinating because there's a ludicrous amount of variety up here, honestly. Like, yeah, we can make the gags that are like older fellas, and let's be honest, you're not even wrong. but like, there's a lot of diversity up here. Archer looks like admin more than Petrol and Ariana. For real though. Petrol's next, by the way. Petrol's fascinating. He's the one that's like a master of disguise, I guess? And they never really do anything with that? He's also got just coughings and wheezings. He's just coughing and wheezing. That's all he does. I'm pretty sure he smokes in the manga, which makes him, yes, cooler, but also smoking is bad for you, so you shouldn't do it. Petrol's fascinating. He looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I'm going to be honest, Green Machine. I'm in love with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I love Shaggy. He was like my first crush. Petrol, I'm not seeing the Shaggy in Petrol. I see zero resemblance between the two. He does have a beauty mark, yeah. See, it's not just aesthetically nice, pretty anime girls who can get beauty marks. Petrol's got one. He is funny. I think, yeah, Petrol's really memorable, honestly. Immediately notice he's got the ruby colors on him. I think that's just the Team Rocket, uniform. Proton's got a similar color palette as well. You're here! We've got- what'd you miss? A decent amount. Here, let me squeeze Petrol down. We're on to villains. Notable things. Pierce is number 1. Everyone kept saying Leon was ugly. Ingo was bald, and that makes me sad. Melly is a rude bitch. Archer is not forgettable. Rowan, I don't care about. But Komodo, from Arceus Legends, I fell in love with inexplicably. Those are the important things. To be fair, Shaggy is like a god. He does have makeup on his belt, yeah, because he's a master of disguise and everything. Are we doing Oris, Archie, and Maxie? No, yeah, we're gonna do the Oris ones, just like how we did for all the elite gym leaders and stuff. Leon isn't ugly, he's handsome. Stop making fun of his jorts. Yeah, Volo is also in perfect in every way. But anyway, Petrol, I like Petrol a lot. Yeah, I guess I'll put him in perfect. Yeah, why not? I can't think of any reason not to put Petrol into perfect in every way, other than I'm running out of room. So I'll just slap him right there, and we'll be rearranging. You called Leon worse, Lance. I would call it regional variant Lance. How about that? Next up is Proton. I don't care nearly as much about Proton as I do with Petrol. And like, listen, Petrol's not even like that important. He's probably gonna be at the bottom of my perfect tier. But Proton? Okay, Proton's just funny. Why does everyone like Proton so much? Is it because of this cool pose he's in? It is a cool pose. I like his hair a lot, too. Who? You'd know Proton best as the guy, hidden in the well, stealing Pokemon tails. And everyone seems to like Proton a lot. I remember him being a bit of a loser, like a total dork. But like, in a good way. Like, incompetent, kind of like Team Rocket in the anime kind of a thing. The wheel guy? Why is he the wheel guy? Anyone who maims slowpokes for profit is clearly not Husbando material. Admittedly, I will give him the benefit of the doubt in that slowpoke tails do grow back. So, maybe they were doing it in a humane way. The big thing was that they were overselling the slowpoke tails. You all seem to like him a lot, so I'm gonna put him in not my Husbando, but clearly he's for someone. You all really seem to like him. But yeah. You would eat a slowpoke tail? Curious how it tastes? I agree. But I'm also assuming it'd be like really, really chewy calamari. You know? Yeah, the ruthless criminal organization, which is also incompetent, was very humane in their tail sniffing. Well, what I'm saying is that they're, like, that because they're incompetent, like, they weren't even that ruthless. They hung out in a... They tried to get ghosts to do their job for them, you know? They mostly just wanted money, not violence. Slowpokes taste like shrimp? I can get behind that. I can get behind that headcanon. But yeah, they look so chewy. Next is Archie. With a real good glow up for Oris. Archie looks so badass. Never thought you could make like a one-piece kind of scuba suit leotard thing like this look good. But he did it. It helps that he's built like a truck. Hello, sailor. His and Max's main downsides are their stupid plans. Yeah, I do think, you know, Maxie actually is, or Archie is, I think, way more interesting than Maxie in terms of characterization. Maxie tends to be very kind of just like, I am cold, calculating, and blunt. Archie is so much more. It feels like. It feels like they just explore Archie more. And probably helped by the fact that I played Emerald version, where Archie ends up kind of working alongside you a little bit, in a way. So yeah, he just ends up feeling so much more developed. He's one of the most complex Pokemon characters. Yo! Do you guys know how in the manga, I'm remembering something. I'm pretty sure he and Maxie, like, got swept into a wormhole, and then like their DNA fused together or something, and that's how they ended up in Oris looking like this? Question mark? I'm not sure. It was complicated though. You should Google that when we're all done here. Because the way they justify the Oris redesigns in the manga specifically, he did die in the manga! And, you know, nothing gets me falling in love with a character more than their death. Which sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but it's true. If you've played through the Hoshido route of Fire Emblem Fates, then, you can probably guess one of my husbands over there as well. I'm gonna put him over here next to Pierce for now. He's not above Pierce, but I'm just really running out of room. Twiins going off about Archie's character in chat's just a wooga. Yeah, the manga's a real fucking trip. It's ludicrous, and that's, I think, one of the funnest parts about it. They died, got better, but not really. Yeah. And next up is not Maxie, because we're doing the Admirables. Okay, the admins as well. Which means next is Matt. What a downgrade. Like Archie is complex and interesting and really fascinating and cool, and Matt is, a man. He looks like a Mega Man character. Look at these boots. Fucking Mega Man ass looking motherfucker. Like, let me make it clear. Matt's very attractive. He's like 8 feet tall, built like a brick shithouse. A very handsome guy. He's also about as deep as a puddle. I would smash Matt. I would not date Matt. You feel me? If he was wearing a shirt, there'd be nothing to him. Matt is disappointing. He's also only got, like, 1 Pokemon. He has Sharpedo. That's it. You fight him like 7 ass times, and every time, he just has Sharpedo. So boring. So dumb. I don't like Matt at all, in terms of character. But he's very beautiful. So I'm gonna put him in a good design Garbo character. One night stand Matt, exactly. No, he's big dumb Husbando. No, he's just, you know whose Husbando he would be? Archie's. Matt's obsessed with Archie. All of Matt's dialogue is, Archie needs to do this, I work for Archie, Archie is super cool, Archie's my best friend, I like Archie. And you know what, that's fine. That's a fascinating ship, nothing wrong with that, but not for me. Great design. He looks awesome. Would smash, like I said. Boring as sin, though. Yet Archie has Shelly. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I got the feeling that Archie and Shelly were exes, and that things were weirdly tense and awkward between them, but they weren't interested in each other anymore. But maybe that's just me. But next is Maxie. Our little science lava man. And I don't know, this might ruffle some feathers. Because I get the impression that my chat is made up of people who really like nerdy little boys. Maxie's doing nothing for me. That's curiously specific, Twiins. The game was a little boring. I had to come up with extra characterization to keep myself interested. You old. Go away, forehead. He doesn't strike me as that old. Terrible mullet. I don't hate the hair. I don't think he looks bad. I just don't care about him. He's so boring looking. He's just so blunt. I think blunt's a good way to put it, yeah. Yeah, chat does seem to be leaning way harder into Archie, as most of the world does, I think. I don't hate Maxie, by any means. I don't think I'm gonna put him into trash. I don't want to. Because I don't think he's trash. I might put him in the trash. Guys, can you, he looks like Jim Carrey Eggman, but not funny. That's a great way to describe it. Guys, can anyone justify him going into any tier other than trash? He has a character arc? As a fan of Maxie, he deserves to be in trash. Maxie's going in trash. It doesn't help that he's just up against Archie. Like, in terms of, like, design and characterization, Archie thrashes Maxie. Throw him out. He's trash. It hurts. It hurts, but there's nowhere better to put him. But you know who Maxie is better than? Tabitha. Tabitha is less than nothing. Tabitha is -0. Tabitha's so fucking boring. There's nothing behind Tabitha. If Matt is a boring character, Tabitha's even less of a character. No, yeah, Courtney is the girl. Hey, Tabitha, skitty face man. Hey, he does kind of have a skitty face. That's interesting. This is a Team Magma slander. Justify Tabitha going above trash. Please. I'd be delighted. But he's thick? Not good enough. Not good enough. You hate Team Magma's weird line pattern? Yeah, it's interesting that they look so bundled up when, like, they're in volcanoes and shit all the time. Tabitha, no Maxie? I don't understand what you're saying. Ruth. We've got Maxie. He's in trash. He's sweater nerd team. He's way less interesting than Donatello. Yeah, Tabitha blows. I absolutely hate Tabitha. He's so forgettable. Like, Courtney, the girl, she's pretty interesting. She's got a lot going for her, and they put all of their interesting design and character ideas into her. And Tabitha got shafted. He's nothing. So yeah, that's Team Magma. Next up is Team Galactic, with Cyrus. Our second eyebrowless bad guy. I hate Cyrus. Ew, yeah. He is a good character. Like, let's be clear. I hate him because he's a very unlikable guy by design. Like, as a villain, he's doing his job really well. He's got a dumb idea. Like, the plan he is doing is stupid, but in terms of character writing, I think it's really interesting. He's also very not fuckable. He's apparently 27? What? No! This is a 45-year-old man. No. No way. Where did we have this information? Like, who mentioned this? Maybe Saturn or someone? Wow. Bulbapedia says he's 27. Wow. Is this what we all look like? At 27? Oof. Life's been hard on him. No wonder he wants to destroy the universe or whatever. So that was Cyrus, the boss of Team Galactic. Quite the performance, no? Mesmerizing for one of only 27 years old. Looker says that. Fascinating. Oh my gosh. That's ludicrous. Oh, that's bananas. I'm blown away. Okay, well, fuck. Oh, that long pause, by the way, was me blowing my nose. I might start bleeding from the nose, honestly. The allergies are beginning to kick my ass. Well, age aside, man, he does not look 27. That's bananas. I think he's a really fascinating character, but a terrible design. I'm not gonna put him in the trash, because I think he is better than that. I think good character, Garbo design. Because by now, we should all know, it doesn't matter if you're a villain. If you're hot, I'll still pick you. But yeah, he's really interestingly written, but design-wise, not that great. What happened to make him look like the Grim Reaper at 27? Exactly, right? What a fascinating backstory he must have. Next up, yeah, it's Saturn. Which, Saturn looks a lot younger than I remember. Saturn looks like he's 14 or something, you know what I'm saying? 27-year-old Cyrus versus 40-year-old Lusamine. The best thing Saturn has going for him is the, Pokemon Generations anime. I think that was the one. We had a Team Galactic episode, and it's in the episode, Cyrus, like, leaves to a different dimension. And Saturn's performance was really good in it. That was the only time I've ever cared about Saturn. Saturn's also, like, the last of the, galactic admins you encounter, and he definitely suffers from that showing up late game and not leaving enough of an impression problem. You hate his hair? It's definitely unique. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have fun at the store. Get lots of potatoes. So yeah, I have no idea where to put Saturn, because he's kind of nothing. I don't think he's trash. I don't hate him by any means. But he's just so nothing. Good design Garbo character, maybe? It's so weird you have a battle with him immediately after beating Cyrus Battle 1. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Potatoes are vegetables. Stereotype gamer. Aren't they? Yeah, they're root vegetables. Okay, people need to stop talking about hair when we all said Grimsley and Drayden were S. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hair's not that, you know, it clearly doesn't matter that much. Saying as how Grimsley is currently at the top of my list. I don't know, but his Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl animations give him a little bit more personality. I haven't played them yet, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so I can't compare. Yeah, I'll keep him in good design, Garbo character. His design was like fine. His hair mattered when it came to Ingo, apparently. Well, Ingo wore it bad. Unfortunately. Listen, I don't make the rules, I just follow them. But yeah, I think Saturn can go right there. And next up is the final Team Galactic member. Does anyone remember who it might be? A Team Galactic admin adjacent character. Correct. I am so impressed with you guys. Because I forgot this character existed. How is it pronounced? Is it Charon? Sharon? Karen? He's named after Pluto, kind of. Karen, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Who is this? I know, right? He's like the guy who's working to, like, figure out the science of destroying the planet for, Zerosic is better? We'll get to Zerosic, don't you worry. He does have an ancestor in Arceus Legends, and that's also the only reason why I remember him too. Charon, technically. Thank you. It doesn't matter too much though, because, Dan Soulsbang is correct, he's trash. He's absolute trash. He's ugly, he's boring, he's a non-character. What is going on with his hair? This is weird hair. Like, we were all like, Saturn's hair is a little silly. Karin's is like, ugh. So, we're filling out trash tier a little bit more. Put him right there, since I'm running out of room. Oops. Yeah, the moon of Pluto. Correct. Red lenses. Honestly, the sunglasses are the coolest thing about him, I think. Oh, he gave Rotom new forms? That's pretty neato. But yeah, next is Gen 5, which means it's no one's favorite dad, Getsus. Both of Getsus's designs are, not amazing, is how I'll describe it. But I found that this one was more iconic. I definitely think of this ludicrous cape, question mark, before I think of his, evil running around the world design. Allison hates this man. Not even fun hate, just hate. Yeah, he's a real trash character. And I gotta be honest, I'm quite the fan of long hair, you know? Long, pretty hair? I love that shit. But, like, Getsus's long, pretty hair, isn't even pretty. It looks like it's, like, unwashed, you know? Gown? Gown's a good word for it, yeah. So, yeah, I think we all agree. We all hate this guy. And to be fair, that was the point. Being a villain, he is quite hateable. And, I think the writing, story-wise, for the Black and White games, were some of the best ones that Pokemon's gotten. X and Y really dipped in terms of writing, quality. Hang on, let me shrink Getsus down, and then I'll get a new song playing. Slap him right there. But yeah, Getsus, hate that guy. Hate the way he looks. Hate the way how he is. You love him? Oh, well, Ruth, you can have him. That song. Is this song any good? Yeah, it's alright. Let me know if the song's too quiet. This one's kind of a quieter one, so let me... There we go. You like the color thing being like a crown? Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna call it a bad design. But, it's not Husbando material. You know what I'm saying? Black and White and Sun and Moon have the best writing in the series. Sun and Moon's writing was not that bad. Yeah. I'll give you that one, sure. Still too quiet? Next is... It actually should be Colress. I've got Colress. Here, let me add Colress to my, little slideshow right now. Let me just slap him in here really quick. I do have Colress. I just lost him. Just like when we lost the, that one guy in, Genshin. But yeah, next is Colress. I didn't know that he, like, worked for Team Plasma. Did you all know that? Because I didn't. I take all the Poke villains under my wing except for Karin and Archer, they can stay. Are we going through all the stages? No, we're not. Because, let's be honest, they're all just trash. Like, they would all go into trash, they're boring, and barely characters, so it felt redundant. Please tell me you aren't doing the- no, yeah, no sages. No. Yeah, Colress is interesting. I'm surprised that I don't think his hair is more stupid. You know, like, it's pretty stupid hair, but I don't hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pulls it off. This outfit is not great. He's got other outfits, but I don't think any of them are amazing, honestly. Colress was technically the head of Team Plasma in Black and White 2. That's right. But Getsus still, like, showed up, and that's why Colress is kind of easy to forget about. You wanna hate the hair, but I like him to my chagrin. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just aesthetically pleasing enough without being too goofy. Look at that forehead, really close to Ingo's. I mean, maybe if you're blind. Here, let me blow him up for you. That is a normal hairline. Gotta be real, Holmes. That's the most just normal hairline I've seen in Pokemon. He has the same hairline as Flint. What's Colress's character even, you know? I can't remember. Cause I'm feeling maybe good character Garbo design, or good design Garbo character. Weirdly charismatic. Okay, then yeah, good character Garbo design. I remember not hating him. He showed up in Sun and Moon, I'm pretty sure, and I was like, oh, what are you doing here? Okay, well, thanks, bye. And then he like just vanished, and I didn't hate that he was there. Colress likes science. He wants to bring out the ultimate power potential of Pokemon. Huh. So many of the bad guys do. Which is funny, because so many of the players do as well. Isn't that just what EV training really is? Strangely cutthroat, but not in a malicious way. Just pursues discovery above all else. We're getting a lot of characterization out of him, which is great, because I couldn't remember any of it. So yeah, good character. Interestingly written character, but Garbo design. And it's not even honestly that bad, really. It's not the worst design by any means. Just not like, nothing really standing out to me, you know? Next is N. We're also gonna skip the Shadow Triad, because, I found them just not that interesting. N's great. N's so fascinating. N's one of the most interesting characters Pokemon's ever had. I love the fact that his team always changes. Cause he's part of Team Plasma, technically. And he doesn't like using Pokemon. He doesn't think people should, like, keep Pokemon. But he needs them to, like, do what he's, like, setting out to do. And so, he's clearly, like, catching Pokemon and then releasing them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's so fascinating that they use gameplay. The actual gameplay to tell their story. He's so fascinating, and like his history, his relationship with Getsus is so much more interesting than Lily's relationship with Lusamine. Despite being relatively similar, N gets so much more characterization. He gets so much more to do. And then on top of all of that, look at that pretty hair. Look at that gorgeous hair. I love the design in general. What is this wacky Rubik's Cube he's got on his hip? What does that do? He's perfect, let's be honest. There's no reason to even pretend that there's gonna be a debate. I think we all like N. Even if you're not like oh, I wouldn't date him, you know, if that's okay, you know. But I think he's a very likable, interesting, well-written, and pretty character. Absolutely love N. The Ferris wheel scene is iconic, and not even because of like a, oh, Ferris wheels are so romantic kind of a thing. Like, it was just really fascinating. It was a cool scene to have, to get to learn about N in a way that no villain or rival ever really has gotten before or since. Except maybe Hop. Hop's pretty well developed as well. Next up, our next big baddie, it's our special little guy, Lysander, crying about Pokemon. We quote Lysander all the time. We're always like, Pokemon at each other. So Lysander's plan, stupid. So dumb. Lysander's writing, cartoonish, ludicrous, difficult to follow. Lysander's design, 10. 10 out of 10. I love the pseudo-lion theme with his hair. I love this suit. This is the coolest looking suit I've ever seen. Absolutely so cool. The pop of white at the collar, yes. So Lysander looks great. I think Lysander looks so good. His character, not written well, but it's fascinating. I definitely remember Lysander. He's not trash. Because you know who goes into trash? Forgettable dorks like Archie and Tabitha. Or Archer and Tabitha. Lysander is hilarious. Lysander is ludicrous. Lysander is perfect in every damn way. Boom. We'll rearrange this somehow, I'm sure. Fuck, there's too many Husbandos. He gave Gen 6 Pokemon Megas? Yeah, honestly. If they gave him Megas, then they would have given him a Pyroar. You're not wrong, yeah. Mega Pyroar would have absolutely been his thing. Actually, no, they had Megas, and he had a Mega Gyarados, didn't he? It was a garbage fight. He's not good. Lysander's so dumb, but I really do love him. He's hilarious. Yeah. Mega Shrimp. Alright, someone mentioned Xerosic earlier. I'm blown away you remembered this freak. Xerosic and all of the little science girls are so boring and dumb and forgettable to me. Who? Exactly. I don't even think he's doing anything that important. Like, kind of like Karin, he's like doing the science behind Lysander's evil plan. Yeah, what's up with his skin tone? Is this makeup? Or like, is this like radiation poisoning or something? It looks kind of cool with the red, but this is kind of weird. You remembered him because of Emma? That's fair. The post-game thing is really fascinating with him. But even then, I connect him more to Looker. Looker is a more interesting character than Xerosic will ever be. Xerosic is, kinda just nothing. He doesn't even look interesting. Like, we've talked about some goofy hair, but this weird little flame thing he's got back there looks pretty dang goofy in my opinion. Let's shrink this boy down and slap him down here where he belongs. I hate that my trash tier is starting to cover me up. Yeah, he is more important post-game, but even then, not by much. I hate him. I think he's so dumb. And he doesn't even look cool. Doesn't his name mean something related to skin? I'm not sure. I really don't. But that's okay, because we're rising back up again to another really great character. It's your boy, Guzma. Is he 16 or is he 60? He could be either. He could be anything in between. What a nebulously aged man. Guzma's awesome. I love Team Skull. We all love Team Skull. A couple of ne'er-do-wells who are, oh man, we're punk. We're thieves. We're so bad. But they're actually just kids. They're just kids who are down on their luck. I think you're right. He is the same age as Kukui. I think they talk about that. He's got his bugs. His dumb bug Pokemon. What's up with these sunglasses? That's so goofy and doofy. Fuck. We all love Guzma. We all love Team Skull. Team Skull, like, listen. So, Pierce is my #1 guy. And Team Yell were nice. They were cute. But Team Skull is what Team Yell wanted to be. Team Skull is so much more interesting, and every single member of Team Skull is so fascinating in terms of character writing. And in design, he's just so neat! Like, this is really modern. No one else looks like Guzma. You don't mistake Guzma for anyone else. I absolutely love his aesthetic of being a little punk ass. Guzma's so great. He's going into perfect. My perfect tier is quite cluttered. We all love Guzma. He deserves it. Obviously following Cyrus logic, Guzma is 10 years old. No, he's not related to... No, he's not Lucamine's ex. No, they worked together to try... They worked together to try to, like, destroy the world or whatever. But, no, there's no relationship between the two, romantically or anything. Next up is someone who I actually almost forgot about, because he was not listed on the, Bulbapedia list of evil teams, because he does not have an evil team. Because it's Rose. Oops, almost forgot him. That would have been bad. Whoa. I think Rose is really interesting. I think the story is pretty meh. I think the way they format the story is not that great. I get that it was supposed to be a twist. Whoa, what a surprise. Chairman Rose is the bad guy? What? It's just not good. We don't get nearly... It's kind of like the antithesis to Lysander, where we get too much of Lysander's motivations. We don't get nearly enough of Rose. Which blows. And personally, this suit is doing everything for him, but he's got his like running around in public outfit where he's got the stupid shorts and like just a white shirt. And oof. Not doing it for me there. I'm not in love with the dad bod either. Nothing wrong. Like he's not ugly, but it's just not really doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying? There's a good breakdown of Rose's character online. I'm not surprised. But, too old? Critter, what are you fucking talking about? He's like 37. Yeah, like his face, his kind eyes. His character is good. I don't hate Rose by any means. I don't think he's going into perfect. I think he's gonna be not my husbando, but someone's. 'Cause, I think he's really nice, but just not great. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm sure some people fawn over Rose, and I 1000% get that. He does look pretty. A suit makes a man, you know what I'm saying? But a combination of just a little too late in terms of the characterization, and not quite being my aesthetic. Not my husbando, but someone's. He feels old and crunchy. Critter, don't you have a crush on Blaine? Gladian being treated as a rival then? He is, yeah. So Gladian is not showing up. We've actually made it to the end stages of the, no? Don't, you're full of shit, Critter. I know you love Blaine. Blaine's like your favorite. I know. I know you. Maybe not a crush. Maybe you just like him a lot. It felt like a crush to me. Seems like you like Blaine. But that's besides the point. We're at the stage where we're at, potpourri. Potpourri fellas. And if y'all remember last time, I told you, to, tweet at me any husbandos. You know, I made a tweet being like, here's the list so far. Make sure to tweet at me all the husbandos who, aren't, like, gym leaders or anything. And 3 people replied to that tweet, and one of those people said Kiawe, even though I had just ranked Kiawe that day. So if your favorite husbando isn't here, well, then I don't want to hear no hullabaloo about it. But one of the people who did reply mentioned Emmett. It's Ingo's brother. And I'm going to have to assume that Emmett has the same receding hairline as Ingo, because that's just kind of how twins work in media. You are one of the 3. But yeah, I think Emmett and Ingo, I mean, they really are a pair. They're clearly designed to be a pair, and as such, they kind of have a very similar sort of vibe. Emmett is the happy one, Ingo is sad. Ingo gets a real boost from being in, Arceus Legends, but Emmett benefits from it as well, because while I'm sad that Ingo has been separated from his twin, it goes the same way. Emmett has also been separated from his twin, and that makes me sad. And so, just like his twin brother, I think it only makes sense for Emmett to also go into, not my husbando, but someone's, for sure. I think they're both swell, honestly. Emmett's shoes look kind of stupid, though. It's the same shoes Ingo's got. Just big honkers. Big honkin' shoes. They are a little stupid. You're not wrong. I feel like it works. I feel like it's balanced really well with his hat and, like, giant bell sleeves. Squish. Squish him on down. Kick Birch out of the way. Yeah, I mean, I will, but might as well just do it now. Hang on, let me find Birch on my list of things here. Okay. Just scoot you over here next to Rose, and then I'll slap Emmett over here next to Ingo. Because you're right, I am gonna put them right next to each other. Because they're practically inseparable. Excellent. And so many of you did guess it, yeah. It's Mirror B! This is the best picture of Mirror B I could find. There was a better picture of him from the second game, but I liked this outfit better. Mirror B is from the GameCube game. He's hilarious. He's amazing. He's from, Pokemon Coliseum and Gale of Darkness. He's hilarious. He has a full team of just Ludicolo. He has a unique music track. Oh, Jordan has a hot take on Mirror B. Let's hear it. I want to hear the hot take so bad. I think he's really funny, and especially if you ever want a good, like, time with Mirror B, if you look up Ray Narvaez Jr., parentheses Brown Man, if you look up his playthrough of Pokemon Coliseum, Ray is delighted whenever he sees Mirror B. Ray is having a great time with Mirror B and his fun music and his Pokemon. But yeah, let's hear this hot take, Jordan. You think Mirror B is pretty eh? Okay, Allison, can you please ban Jordan For no. I understand not being into it. He's a little clowny. His hair is ludicrous. He's a lot. There's a lot happening here. If you're not into Mirror B, I get it. I'm gonna say his personality is doing most of it for him. He's got a very big personality. Welcome back. Yeah, he's from Pokemon Gale of Darkness. Let me just squish his JPEG a little bit. I don't think he's perfect in every way, though. Let me be clear. Let me be honest. He's not perfect in every way. So I'm thinking maybe not my husbando, but someone else's. Because I think a lot of people do love Mirror B. And I don't even have anything against his character or design, personally. I think he's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. Oh man, Gale of Darkness, haven't heard of that since I was like a youngin'. Yeah, it's an old-ass game now. We're all old-ass games. But hey guys, we're at the final husbando, number 100. Who do you guys think it's gonna be? Stereotype Gamer says Looker. Surge says Ash. Wow. A lot of people saying Looker. Fascinating. Because no. It's not Looker. I'm sorry, Stereotype Gamer. You and Strawberry Queen's names are the same color, and they both start with, like, the same handful of letters, so my eyes will sometimes bleed over. And I'll fuse you two together. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be Looker. No one suggested Looker, so I forgot about Looker, and then yesterday Allison was like, what about Looker? And I was like, nah. He's boring. If I had Looker, he'd be in probably trash, maybe good character garbo design. So no, it's not gonna be Looker. It's Red. Our boy. Our champion. Our player character in Gen 1. The hardest NPC in the games. Red. Someone definitely suggested Looker on your tweet? Well, Looker's trash. There we go. Number 100 is Red. Minimal drip, massive W. I think Red's fascinating because so if you remember my Genshin tier list, the Traveler, or the player character, was in trash, because due to being a player character, they were so not a character that they had nothing going for them. Red, fascinatingly, fights against that, where Red has been given so much character over the years, just through all the different sorts of media that he ends up showing up in. And so I think he's one of the most interesting characters. And yeah, a lot of it does have to come down to, like, headcanon. But that's also the point. They don't write dialogue for Red. He says ... And so it's up to you to decide a character for him. And I think they do that really well. He's got the same sort of power behind him that Link does in The Legend of Zelda, where you're in charge. Someone else's because, not my husbando, but someone else's because you ship him with blue. That's fair. I also definitely ship him with blue. I think Red's really great. And I think the design's good too. For being a protagonist, that's the thing. Protagonists are so often so bland and boring and nothing special. And Red is, on paper, all those words. You are meant to see yourself in Red. You young Japanese schoolboy. But I think it works. And maybe it's because I've seen this character grow over the years. Just like Blue, I watched this go from the 10-year-old sprite you played as to this adult man. And I think that helps a lot. And so, I think it's only fitting that Red goes into perfect in every way. Because while I agree, I think I do also ship him with Blue. And I'm not saying that Red is the exception, basically. I'm not saying I would steal Red from Blue. But I think Red is just too perfect to go outside of Not My Husbando. He's too special, too important, too well done in every way. So, now for the hard part of seeing how I rearrange all these boys. We'll start with Trash. Okay, Wagner is definitely, basically everything I've got today is going above or below Wagner. Wagner is safe right there. Ah, shit, there's so much trash. Gordy goes right here between Silent and Norman. Archer's at the bottom. These three are at the bottom, honestly. Elm is pretty interesting. Elm can go above Byron. Yeah. This is gonna look messy, guys. I'm sorry about that. Ugh, Zerosix sucks. Okay, Getsis goes right behind Aaron. Oh, Karan. Okay, yeah. So, and then we've got Maxie, actually. And then Archer. And then Tabitha. And then... Then Zuzu and Karan. There we go. That's Trash. Trash is handled. Karan can float in the void for forever. Yeah, he's definitely the worst. Ugh. Too young or too old doesn't really matter. I'll be rearranging them to just put the youngs together. Oh, I've got bald Ingo in the way. let me shrink that down and scoot that over there or something, so I don't need to deal with that. Okay. Zaboomafoo. So yeah, I'll be putting the youngs together and the olds together, but that tier doesn't really need to get... Why do you have bald Ingo? Oh, you must have not been here earlier, Jumbles. I was showing you guys how kind of sad it is, how Ingo looks without his hat on. Yeah, it's a real bummer. Okay, good character Garbo design. There's a lot less for this one. I think Bede's pretty high up there, honestly. Bede goes above Crasher Wake. No. Yeah, good character Garbo design. Yeah. Bede goes above Crasher Wake. Avery. He can go above Chuck. Chuck's pretty weak. Peony's pretty interesting from what you guys tell me. I'll put him above Flint, but below Crasher Wake. Actually, you know what? Being Rose's brother was really interesting to me. So Peony goes above Crasher. Cyrus kind of sucks. Cyrus can go at the bottom. And Colress goes right behind Crasher Wake. So I'll put him down there. And then Lavaton, just above Alder, I say. Yeah. Looking good. You missed Oak being slandered? He's too old, man. He's just too old. That's all. It's nothing wrong with Oak. He's just too old. Too old and a little bit flavorless. Like, that's the thing. Oldies could get into perfect in every way, like Drake or Blaine, but you have to be interesting. And Oak just isn't interesting enough. Unfortunately. Okay, next we got a good design Garbo character. Okay, Melly. I hate Melly. Melly's not going anywhere. Saturn can stay at the bottom, actually. Matt's gonna go above Will. Yeah, I think Matt's actually the top of the list, and then, but from there, I think that's it, honestly. No, Melly can go up a little bit. Melly can go above Marlon. Ugh. Trying to figure out where to put people so it's not hideous looking. I'll make this pretty and tweet out a picture of it better. Melly equals stinky. Not my husbando. This is looking pretty alright, honestly. Mirror B can, I think, stay at the back. Rose goes above Clay, I think. Same with Kukui. I think Kukui's number 1. And Milo's pretty down here. Milo can go... Yeah. And then is my scared little boy. Yeah, actually, right... Yeah, there works. Oh, the train conductor brothers. I do like them a lot. They'll go above Steven, but not Berg. Proton, move. No one wants you here. Okay. So this is how we're looking, I think. And then Milo, and then Proton, and then Mirror B. Yeah. Nice. Who would I have tossed into the trash? Oh yeah, Looker. Yeah, sorry. I kind of forgot about him, I'll be honest. And then I didn't want to get rid of anyone who I had. You know? I'm sorry. Real talk, he's just kind of boring. Like, Looker's not even that bad. As a bonus, I'll just discuss Looker really quick. Yeah, Looker's not bad. He looks nothing special, personally. And his character is interesting, but not enough to be, like, really interesting. He's definitely at his best in X and Y, but he's got amnesia. Where it's like, well, yeah, that's a cool plot to deal with, but... So yeah, Looker probably would have been into good character garbo design or trash. I think he's truly nothing special. There is a reason why I forgot about him, despite someone tweeting at me, which was probably you. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah, Samuel Oak is the Alolan one. Yeah, I had forgotten about that. I think he was just in the anime. No, he was in the games. That was wacky. He was so unnecessary. I guess they were explaining regional variants. Now for the difficult part of rearranging my perfect tier. Which is also covering up chat a little bit. Alright, so Paris is number 1. And then we have Red, because I think Red deserves it. Then N. No. Sycamore, and then N. There's so many good ones. Oh no, this is so bad. Okay, hang on. Leon. Yeah, Leon's above Grimsley, I think. You all slandered him so much that I felt the need to defend him. Then Lysander. Adaman. No, Adaman's above Lysander. We're still above Grimsley here. This is what this is. Yeah, Adaman. Lysander. Commodore? No, Commodore's gonna go above Lance, though. Oh, this is so hard to see. Yeah, this is looking great. We're doing it, guys. Archie. Above Surge. Archie's great. We all love Archie. Put Raihan above Kabu? I'm going to, yeah. Raihan's actually going to go above... Actually, right behind Archie. So above Surge. Kabu. I like Kabu a lot, but I think he's actually going to... He's gonna go above Mulaney. But that's it. Guzma. Guzma goes right behind Surge. Fuck. I'm running out of room. Why is Surge my, like... Alright, tiny Guzma up there. Oh, fuck, Volo. Volo's high, too. Alright, Wolfric's easy. I think Wolfric goes just below Brawly. Petrol's the bottom of the list, so he can just go there. And Volo. Volo, Volo, Volo. Volo goes between Lance and Drake. So yeah, this looks like a nightmare. Don't worry, I know. I'll make it look nice and pretty, and then I'll tweet that picture out. But I think we're good. Raihan is taller than a Mewtwo? Wow. Wolfric. Did I call him Wolfric? It's Garrick. He's Wolfric's ancestor. Might be. Yeah. He looks so much like Wolfric, doesn't he? Oh no, is Critter talking shit? I looked up to see in chat her replying to Allison with just an angry frowny face. Here, let me look at Twitter really quick. Make sure you're not starting drama. But guys, I think we're done. 100 Pokemon boys. And I remembered almost all of them. Oops, I'm sorry. I forgot about this is hilarious. Twins. Fuck, what was I saying? It's great. We did a great job. Sorry I forgot Looker. I'm sorry. I really forgot that anyone had tweeted him at me. As a bonus, Looker is perfect in every way, exactly for you. He's not my husbando. At all. But he can be yours. He's just so boring, personally. But yeah. I think we're done. I think we're all done, finally. It took so long. A happy ending. That's what we all want. That's all we all want. It's just a happy ending, isn't it? So yeah, wow. Today pushed Grimsley down super far. I didn't really expect that, but it's great. This was fun. I had a great time getting to do this. It's also an easy stream for my computer to handle, even with 50-ish assets on screen. So yeah, I guess that's it. It's Magical Girl May right now. So, I'm working on something humongous, which means I might not be streaming twice a week like I've been trying to do. It might just be once a week. So be patient with me as I'm working on this ginormous project. It's so fucking huge. I have to draw like 11 things, and filming is taking forever. So yeah, get excited for it. It'll be really cool. But just yeah, be aware that it'll take me a little bit to do that. So yeah, just watch one of your 1-hour videos if you need it. Exactly. I've got plenty of content that you can look through on 2 whole channels now. So if you ever desperately need to listen to the sultry sounds of my crunchy ass voice, you can. I wonder if you could tease such a thing. It has to do with video games. That'll be my tease. Not an anime, but a video game thing. There you go. That's all the teasing you get for now. Maybe patrons might get more teases. Patrons might get a lot of early access stuff. So, you know, think about it. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, by the way, did you like the magic dude art? Did you post that today? Like, was that earlier today? Because I might not have seen it earlier today. If you tweeted at me, And, you'll have to give me a sec. You'll have to give me a sec to look through Twitter. I'm sure I will. Oh, Excalibur! Yes! I just figured out who you were on Twitter. I just realized what your profile picture looks like. Yeah, I did like it. It was nice. FNAF the Magical Girl. Except Glam Rock Freddy. Dude, I suck with names. I do significantly better with profile pictures. So, yeah. Now that I can connect your name to that picture, now we're all good. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. As long as we don't have anything else to say, I don't think. Part of me thinks like, oh, should I try a raid? But I don't know how those work. I've just seen other people end streams with raids, so I don't fucking know. No, raids are for squares. We're also 20 people isn't much of a raid, I'll be honest. Oh, is anyone streaming? I think Small Ant is. He's the one thing that's made me think I could do a speed run of Banjo-Kazooie. So I think he is right now, but I don't know. But we're squares and triangles. Let me get that music going just for the last 3 seconds we're here. Oh, murder? No. Where's the murder coming from? No. No murder. Only friends. We're all friends here. It is only if you get a couple of viewers. That's fair, yeah. Alright, so yeah, no raid, because raids are for squares. But yeah, and I'll see y'all later. Is Murder of Birds streaming? Yeah, go check out either Murder of Birds. Oh, that murder. I understand. Yeah, go look at Murder of Birds' stream. Or Ray. Go find your favorite streamer. Who's not me. Because of course I'm your favorite. And yeah, thanks for being here. Like I said, I'll make this look pretty. I might go to the store first and get potatoes. But yeah, that'll be it. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye for really reals this time.